Harper Audio presents Called Back by Hugh Conway, read by Dugald Bruce Lockhart. Chapter 1. In Darkness and in Danger. I have a reason for writing this tale, or it would not become public property. Once in a moment of confidence, I made a friend acquainted with some curious circumstances connected with one period of my life. I believe I asked him to hold his tongue about them. He says not. Anyway, he told another friend, with embellishments, I suspect. This friend told another, and so on and on. What the tale grew to at last, I shall probably never learn. But since I was weak enough to trust my private affairs to another, I have been looked upon by my neighbours as a man with a history, one who has a romance hidden away beneath an outwardly prosaic life. For myself, I should not trouble about this. I should laugh at the garbled versions of my story set floating about by my own indiscretion. It would matter little to me that one good friend has an idea that I was once a communist and a member of the inner circle of a secret society, that another has heard that I have been tried on a capital charge, that another knows I was at one time a Roman Catholic, on whose behalf a special miracle was performed. If I were alone in the world and young, I dare say I should take no steps to still these idle rumours. Indeed, very young men feel flattered by being made objects of curiosity and speculation. But I am not very young, nor am I alone. There is one who is dearer to me than life itself, one from whose heart, I am glad to say, every shadow left by the past is rapidly fading, one who only wishes to live her true sweet life without mystery or concealment, wishes to be thought neither better nor worse than she really is. It is she who shrinks from the strange and absurd reports which are flying about as to our antecedents, she who is vexed by those leading questions sometimes asked by inquisitive friends. And it is for her sake that I look up old journals, call back old memories of joy and grief, and tell everyone who cares to read all he can possibly wish to know, and, it may be, more than he has a right to know of our lives. This done, my lips are sealed forever on the subject. My tale is here. Let the inquisitive take his answer from it, not from me. Perhaps, after all, I write this for my own sake as well. I also hate mysteries. One mystery which I have never been able to determine may have given me a dislike to everything which will not admit of an easy explanation. To begin, I must go back more years than I care to enumerate, although I could, if necessary, fix the day and the year. I was young. Just past 25. I was rich, having, when I came of age, succeeded to an income of about 2,000 a year, an income which, being drawn from the funds, I was able to enjoy without responsibility or anxiety as to its stability and endurance. Although since my 21st birthday I had been my own master, I had no extravagant follies to weigh me down, no debts to hamper me. I was without bodily ache or pain, yet I turned again and again on my pillow and said that my life for the future was a curse to me. Had death just robbed me of one who was dear to me? No. The only ones I had ever loved, my father and mother, had died years ago. Were my ravings those peculiar to an unhappy lover? No. My eyes had not yet looked with passion into a woman's eyes, and now would never do so. Neither death nor love made my lot seem the most miserable in the world. I was young, rich, free as the wind to follow my own devices. I could leave England tomorrow and visit the most beautiful places on the earth, those places I had longed and determined to see. Now I knew I should never see them, and I groaned in anguish at the thought. My limbs were strong, I could bear fatigue and exposure. I could hold my own with the best walkers and the swiftest runners. The chase, the sport, the trial of endurance had never been too long or too arduous for me. I passed my left hand over my right arm, and felt the muscles firm as of old. Yet I was as helpless as Samson in his captivity. For even as Samson, I was blind. Blind! Who but the victim can even faintly comprehend the significance of that word? Who can read this and gauge the depth of my anguish as I turned and turned on my pillow and thought of the 50 years of darkness which might be mine? A thought which made me wish that when I fell asleep it might be to wake no more. Blind! After hovering around me for years, the demon of darkness had at last laid his hand upon me. After letting me for a while almost cheat
Sample complete. Ready to continue?